Hi everyone, welcome to King's Kitchen. I am Chef Sylvia Dasi and it is always my pleasure to cook along with you. Today I'm very excited because I am launching a new series on my channel called How It's Made, where I will be traveling to countries around the world and sharing with you traditional recipes, cooking techniques and food culture that contributes to the intangible cultural heritage of Cameroon and in other countries around the world. Launching the first episode of How It's Made, let's go on a culinary journey to Cameroon, my country of origin, where I present to you how it's made, Blockade.
Blockade, or Economic Blockade, as referred to by the older generation, is a staple bread that is widely consumed in the Southwest Region of Cameroon. However, over the years, the production of Blockade began to decline as new bakeries sprung up and introduced new pastry products in the market to meet the preference of the new consumers that they are gaining from population growth and changes in the demographic in the Southwest Region of Cameroon. While the older generation are clamoring for the comeback of Blockade, the younger generation is still to understand the treasure of this bread. During my last trip to Cameroon, I was privileged to take a tour in one of the local bakeries that is holding on to the production of Blockade to continue the food culture across generations of Cameroonians. There, I witnessed in person how Blockade is made. Yes, the commercial production of Blockade.
The mission of King's Kitchen is to become a leading culinary platform that contributes to the preservation, conservation, and the passing down of Cameroonian culture to the next generation. It gives me joy to experience firsthand the traditional method of making Blockade. Freely, this information was passed on to me as a younger generation, and freely do I share this information across all generations of Cameroonians.
To make Blockade, we'll need the following ingredients: flour, butter, sugar, salt, yeast, water, food coloring, and several bread improvers. While I was in the bakery, I was introduced to 3 bread improvers: baking oil, also known as liquid magic mix, dynamil, vitamin C, or ascorbic acid.
Hey guys, so this is Sylvia. I'm privileged enough to be at the bakery where they make Kumba bread and Blockade. So as you can see, they are so busy right now doing the mixture for the Blockade, which is something that I really want to learn while I'm here so that I can carry on the recipe. A lot of you have been asking if I know the recipe of Blockade, but I don't. So today I'm going to learn so that I'll share with everyone.
After mixing the dough, the next step is kneading the dough. The dough is then passed through an electronic dough roller several times until it's smooth. By observation, you will notice that the dough has a yellow color. So what gives that dough its unique color? Let's find out. One of the unique characteristics of Blockade that contributes to the product identity and differentiation is the color. Blockade has a unique yellow color, and this color is achieved during the mixing process when a tiny amount of food coloring is added to the dough. I wanted to learn more about this food coloring, so I asked the staff at the bakery to show me exactly what type of food coloring they use. Let's learn about it. Here is the food coloring that the bakery uses to give the Blockade its unique color. It is a carrotish reddish orange powder food coloring, and upon research you can get this at your local bakery store, or if you're in the US you can order it online. After kneading the dough for several minutes, the dough is now ready to move on to the next step. Once the kneading is completed, the next step is flattening of the dough. The workers then roll out the dough into a flat sheet that is about 1.5 inches thick. After the dough is flattened, the next step is stamping. Stamping is done by using a custom designed cast dough mold that is unique to making Blockade. This gives the bread another key characteristics of a square or a rectangular block with 24 individual rows, hence little cakes. It is this unique shape that gave the inspiration behind the naming of the bread as BlockCakes. In the market, consumers call the bread based on their own phonetics, hence the reason why the bread has multiple pronunciation and spelling, some of which are Blockade, Blockate, Blockate, Blockade. Hence, the real name for this bread is BlockCakes, little cakes formed in 24 rows in the form of a rectangular block, BlockCakes. After stamping the dough, each sheet containing the 24 rows is placed in a greased baking pan and is set aside for fermentation for 1 hour. During this process, the yeast and the bread improvers become activated. This causes the dough to rise and increase in volume. After the fermentation is completed, the next step is to bake the blockade in a traditional mud oven. I am so excited to capture this moment, and it is all traditionally made. So this is the mud oven behind me. They use a special kind of wood called mutanda, and that you can get from the ocean. So that mutanda for you now, let's see the harvester. Okay, they get it from the sea. So I'm so excited to see this process, because definitely I need to tap into this recipe so I can come back to the US and make it. Red mangrove wood is what the bakery uses for its mud oven. This dependence on red mangrove wood for baking is due to its capacity to produce a great amount of heat, which is needed for the mud oven when baking. So now just put as chakara the hot charcoal. Which side there?
So, we don't start it. We move other charcoal out.
Oh, okay. So the charcoal not just for heat the temperature.
Yeah, we heat the oven.
Ah, okay.
Heat the oven. Heat the oven hot. So, if you move the charcoal out later on.
Okay, the one that move the charcoal and put outside.
Throw out after later on. Throw those with it.
Ah, okay. Then when I just lock the oven, how do I regulate the temperature?
You see, this small oven here too. You want to? We have to activate the oven.
Oh, okay. I see.
There is an activated oven.
Activate the oven. Okay. Wait till me say activate the oven.
For make the temperature remain in standard.
Okay, the same. Bonfire for inside.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. The oven is now ready for the baking process to begin. Each sheet of the blockade is placed on a baking spade and then it is shoveled into the oven. Baking time takes just about 4 minutes, and after that the blockade is ready, hot, warm and delicious.
For this level now, because the temperature is too high. Highest is 3-4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. So you just put that so within 4 minutes?
Yeah, high 4 minutes.
Wow.
For now, the temperature is too high.
For night?
For now, the temperature is always too high.
It's too high, okay. Oh my goodness, this is the best part of blockade when it's freshly from the oven. It is hot, fluffy, delicious, and yummy. There you have your blockade ready for commercial distribution.
this is Sylvia, King's Kitchen. I've been privileged to witness how to make blockade in one of the bakeries that is continuing this tradition and food culture of Cameroon. So I'm here and they just removed blockades from the oven, freshly baked. I'm gonna get a loaf, go home and eat it with some butter. Hey guys, so this is my own that I'm going to take with me in the house. So he's going to help me put it in the plastic. Ooh, it's hot. Put that mesa for me. It's hot. Thank you. See my blockade. Hot blockades. Mama mia, show with butter. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to the owner of the bakery and all the staff for their kindness, hospitality, and patience, and for allowing me to make this documentary. Blessings to you all. Thank you for watching the first episode of our new series, How It's Made, where we'll learn how to make blockade. Stay tuned for episode 2. We are going to learn how it's made kumba bread. If this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe so you will be the first to get notified whenever I post a new video. Until next time, this is Sylvia Darcy, lead chef at King's Kitchen, and it is always my pleasure to cook along with you. Hey guys, right there in the description box you'll find a link to a blog that I wrote about the memoirs of Economic Blockade. It talks about how this bread contributes so much to the food culture of Cameroon.